Hi guys, it's me, Rusty78609, Central Texas, USA. I know the lighting is probably not too good, but that's the way it is. Anyway, I just thought I'd do a quick video because still got questions about having a pet in an RV. Even though I don't have one and it doesn't look like I'm going to, I'm curious because there are a number of people. I have traveled all over the western United States, and hundreds of times I have seen people with their pets in their motorhome, their travel trailers, their fifth wheels, and other things. And, it seems like it works pretty well for them. Some of them have some fairly large dogs, some of them have small dogs. And I guess my question for the people that watch this particular video are, since I am a full-time RVer, this is an RV. It's a 26-foot bunkhouse model Jayco J-Flight. Again, I've been doing this for 23 years, and I've never had a pet. I'm 71 years old, single, just me, and I've been thinking about getting one. And what I'm looking for is some feedback from those people that have pets in RVs. Do they make any, I guess questions like, do you make any special arrangements, or is it irritating to have a pet under your feet as you're moving about in your RV? Particularly, that's a question particularly for those that have small pets. I mean, like puppies, because that's where I'm going to start if I ever get a pet. And how do you what do you do as an RVer to potty train your puppies or puppy, if you can recall? And what are some of the things that you do routinely as you're traveling or whatever that might be useful to me as a full-time RVer who's considering the possibility of getting a small pet? I'm thinking about getting a poodle, a miniature poodle, and and having it in the RV. Of course, right now my RV is parked at my home base in Central Texas, and it's pretty warm here right now. It's about 95 today, which is about normal. And I just curious about some of the things that people might, or some of the ideas that people might have come up with for, number one, how do you keep the dog healthy? You got to exercise them and all that stuff. I guess you walk around the RV park or wherever you are, and food. What do you do? Do you keep the food out all the time? I mean, food and water. Do you keep it out all the time, or do you just put it out when you feed the animal once or twice or three times a day, whatever? And as far as, like, say, worming the animal, a puppy particularly, I mean, how often do you worm a puppy? I have no clue. Okay. I mean, I know that you do. I mean, when I grew up on a farm in South Texas, I don't think we ever did. Maybe that's why they didn't live very long. We had a number of little dogs and cats, but it just a short video to kind of probe the YouTube RVing universe to see what kind of tips there are. I mean, I've looked at some of the videos. There are some, and I've gone on Google and done Google searches for information. But what happens for me is I get so much information that's conflicting. You know what I mean? One person says X, another person says Y. They're totally opposed, and so it's kind of hard to make a decision when you're not getting a consensus of opinion. If it's all negative, well, okay, I can follow that trail. Or all positive, I can follow that trail too. But when you're getting neg, positive, neg, pos, neg, it's hard to kind of pull together uh, an opinion, or start to frame, flush out what is the best way. Of course, the way I grew up, and maybe it's the best way for raising a small puppy to adulthood, is, of course, I think worming is a good thing now and all that sort of stuff, and keeping the fleas off. If you get fleas, whatever, or if you're in an area where there's fleas and ticks and stuff, I understand that. As far as diet, I think there's good dog foods out there, whether it's canned or dried. Again, that's a pos neg thing. And but I found some good dog food. I mean, maybe some of you people have tried it. It's called Victor, Victor dog food. And I thought I'd try that. Another person suggested, for a puppy, just use Purina puppy chow. It's fine. Nothing wrong with that. And of course, I don't really know. I've never raised a puppy on it, so I can't say. But again, I'm just back in my mode of gathering data since I had a deal on a dog that didn't quite work out. And I'm still, I mean, at first when the deal fell through, I was relieved, and I'm still somewhat, I guess you'd say, but it's relieved with a vacuum. You know what I mean? It's like I was almost there and then fell off the cliff. But just gathering data. So for those of you that full-time RV or live in a small home, maybe even that can relate to this RV, which is like 26 feet long and 7 feet wide, and the little hallways are pretty narrow, and there's not a lot of space. You know what I mean, RVers. And but again, the dog I was looking at full grown would weigh 10 to 13 or 14 pounds tops, probably be 12 to 14 inches tall tops. And, the odor of a poodle is minimal. You still have to bathe them and all that stuff. And that's another question. How often do you bathe a dog? Or do you? I mean, when I grew up on a farm, we never bathed the dog. Would that be the proper thing to do? But of course, in an RV, I mean, again, and then as far as grooming a poodle, for those of you that have long hair or dogs that you groom, do you have it done or do you do it yourself? If you do it yourself, what do you use? I mean, grooming tools. I mean, I've seen the little shear-looking things. They're about $135. And is there another option to that? Or have you found some other things that work, like just a regular pair of scissors and things that you can do like that? So anyway, this is just a general inquiry. Again, my name is Rusty. My channel is Rusty78609, no spaces, all lowercase. And I'm just probing the universe to see how it is for some of you folks that are doing it to have a pet in an RV, particularly a puppy. Particularly a puppy. That's my real focus, is to get down to that, because that's where I'm headed, probably, because I checked adoption services to get, 1 or 2 year old dog, or maybe more, I don't know. And, there was just, first of all, there was nothing there I really wanted. And number two, a dog at that age has formed either some bad habits or there are some traits in that breed that don't necessarily blend with what I'm looking for. I mean, I want a dog that's reasonably intelligent, no body odor, or, it's minimal. I mean, they all are going to have some odor, I understand that. But, something that would work. And it seemed like the poodle breed would work. They seem to be a little expensive, but the one I found wasn't too bad, even though it was a little more than I wanted to pay for anything. Unfortunately, didn't quite work out. Old Romeo. Still think about him. Even though I never met him. I got to see his picture and he looked right at me. Looked good. So anyway, you guys enjoy your day, and I'll enjoy mine. And I wished I had a good joke, but I don't. And thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, and bye-bye. Enjoy your day, folks. And all you people that left comments and helped me along the path for the first few days of my pet search, I again repeat, I do appreciate it. I did get a lot of information about different breeds, different techniques, all kind of stuff. And, that's the way to make a decision. You just bombard yourself with input till you're just totally overwhelmed, and then stop for a few days or 2 or 3 days and let that all kind of filter through the bricks. And the next thing you know, you'll come up with a choice that will fit you. Anyway, adios, guys. Enjoy your day. Bye-bye.